Love me or hate me, but I certainly won't let you ignore me. This is the mantra Howard Stern has lived by all his life. Until Stern arrived on the scene, radio broadcasts were strictly only for news. However, Stern revolutionized the format by incorporating comedy, interviews, and most importantly, raunchy banter into his shows. Stern grew up on Long Island and was introduced to radio by his father at an early age, and instantly found an outlet in the medium. After graduating from Boston University, Stern went around the country taking up radio jobs in different cities, including Hartford and Detroit. In 1981, Stern moved to Washington, D.C., where he met future writer Fred Norris and newswoman Robin Quivers. Together, the three started a show that broke all records and created history. In addition to creating contentious radio shows and making million-dollar deals, Howard Stern has lived a pretty interesting life. In this video, we're going to take a look at the truths behind the world's most controversial radio host. Make sure to stick around until the end of the video to learn about how Howard Stern's life was almost cut short before his career even started. Facts Verse presents 14 Facts Howard Stern Doesn't Want You to Know. Before we get started, be sure to click the like button to show your support for the channel. Then, subscribe and click the notification bell to see more videos like this. Stern owes his life to music. Stern was a shy and awkward child who found it hard to mingle with other people. Thus, he spent most of his childhood battling feelings of loneliness and social anxiety. In an interview with Billboard, Stern accepted that music was his guiding light on difficult days. He said as a child he would often sit in his room and listen to music to soothe his mind and soul. As a young adult, Stern saw the Beatles as prophets and considered their music his religion. Stern suffered from obsessive-compulsive disorder for a long time. In 1995, Howard released his second book titled Miss America. The book became the fastest-selling title in the publisher's history. In Miss America, Stern discussed his struggle with obsessive-compulsive disorder, or OCD, and wrote about how at one point he could not even turn on the radio of his car without pressing the dial at least a few times. Stern found the solution to this problem in transcendental meditation, which helped him eventually overcome the disorder. He's a huge cat lover. In 2013, Beth Stern, formerly a model, currently a full-time activist and Stern's wife, saved a kitty litter from being euthanized. She adopted the litter and thus began Howard and his wife's love affair with cats. To this day, Beth and Howard have saved more than 500 cats and kittens. According to Beth, between the two of them, Howard is the one who wants to foster more cats. If you're enjoying these interesting facts about Howard Stern, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get all the latest updates from us. He's gone under the knife several times. When Howard Stern revealed that he regularly goes under the knife, his audiences were shocked. Why? Well, given that Howard has always made fun of celebrities who get procedures done, made the whole revelation hypocritical. However, in Howard's defense, he suffered from body image issues, which prompted him to get plastic surgery done. Among other things, Stern has gone under the knife for a facelift, chin liposuction, and a nose job. He goes in a zone when he's on the air. According to Howard Stern, he reaches a different zone when he's on the air. He doesn't know how time passes. In one of his interviews, Stern said, "It's almost like my eyes roll into the back of my head and 4 hours later, the show's over." Well, it's not hard to believe this fact about a radio star who's produced 4-hour-long shows for the most part of his life. Howard Stern is loaded. Howard Stern is filthy rich. His current net worth is $650 million. In 2018, Forbes chose Howard Stern as the highest-paid radio host of 2018. In 2004, Stern signed a $500 million deal with Sirius. Under the deal, Stern received close to $50 million in salary each year. This deal was renegotiated in 2015. Under the new terms, Stern now receives $80 million in salary. By the time the deal reaches its end, Stern would have made $1 billion in salary out of it. His home cost him $52 million. Given how much moolah he has, it's not very surprising that Howard Stern stays in a multi-million-dollar house. He bought his Palm Beach home for $52 million in 2013. Over and above this, Howard spent $12 million on renovations. Well, when you're making $80 million in salary every year, it only makes sense to live in a grand home. Howard Stern thinks he's a narcissist. Stern is convinced he's a narcissist. In an interview with Rolling Stone, he accepted he's had himself checked for narcissistic personality disorder on several occasions, but professionals have never been able to give a clear answer. However, he feels convinced that he has all the traits associated with the disorder. For instance, Stern says he finds it very difficult to socialize with people, and thus his studio is designed in such a way he's completely isolated at all times. More importantly, Stern says he has absolutely no patience for people who keep talking about themselves. David Bowie once disappointed him. Howard Stern is famous for his all-star parties. On his 44th birthday, Stern threw a huge party with the who's who of Hollywood attending. Not only did David Bowie attend Howard's 44th birthday celebration, he also performed Fame for him. David Bowie and Howard Stern had mutual respect for each other. However, not many people know that Bowie once hugely disappointed Stern. During his early radio days, Bowie made an appearance on Stern's show, and though he played many of his songs, he didn't agree to an interview, which greatly disappointed Stern. He truly is the king of all media. Howard Stern was not wrong in proclaiming himself to be the king of all media. At one point in his career, Stern had 20 million people hooked to his show every week, and he also has 2 bestsellers, Private Parts and Miss America, to his credit. The book Private Parts was made into a movie, which grossed $41 million at the box office. And if all of that isn't enough, he also served as a judge on the reality show America's Got Talent between 2012 and 2015. He blames himself for the failure of his first marriage. Stern met his first wife, Allison Burns, while pursuing a communications degree at Boston University. He says he knew within a week of dating Allison, he would eventually marry her. The two tied the knot on June 4, 1978, and have 3 daughters together. The couple separated in 1999, and Stern blames himself for the failure of his first marriage. Though Stern has always been rather mute on the topic, he once accepted that the divorce was very painful for him. He also said he was too engrossed in his work, which made him sideline all the other important things. He once ran for the post of governor of New York. Yep, you heard it right. In 1994, the Libertarian Party chose Stern to run for governor of New York. Stern promised in his speeches, if elected, he would restore the death penalty and add toll booths to reduce the problem of traffic. However, Stern dropped out of the race since running for the election would have meant disclosing his personal assets and finances, something his contract forbade him to do. He's stronger and smarter than you think. Given his lanky build, you may find it hard to believe, but Howard actually has a brown belt in Japanese Shokotan karate and can probably send you flying in the air. He's also one of the smarter celebrities. He graduated magna cum laude from Boston University in 1976. He thinks he's a nerd, and the fact that he enjoys comic books and has the membership of an online chess club makes us totally believe this claim. He once overdosed on drugs. Back in college, Stern tried different drugs, including LSD, marijuana, and Quaaludes, and he probably would have gone ahead with his experimentations, but he once overdosed on LSD, and the experience was so bad, he decided to stay clean for the rest of his life. Howard Stern will forever be remembered as the body shock DJ who revolutionized radio content. Over the last few years, Stern has calculatedly moved away from his risque persona and towards the personality of a master interviewer who knows how to get his celebrity guests to speak the truth. While Stern's early shock jock antics may have won him critics and disparagers in the early years, he's turned the opinions in his favor, especially in the last few years. Love him or hate him, you just can't deny Howard Stern is truly the king of all media. What do you think of Howard Stern, and which fact about him surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. And before you do anything, subscribe to our channel and press the notification bell icon to stay updated about all our latest videos.